Chapter 2, Problem 3, it's labeled Exercise 2-3 in your textbook, asks you to compute the cost for a job, a batch of things that were made, and there were 40 units in that batch. This is the material that they give us. Let's go through and make sure we know what we're talking about here. First of all, for every hour that we put in $14 worth of overhead. For every dollar we put in, for every hour we put in, we also put in $17 of labor cost. And it's important to make sure you get those squared away. Now, we have to figure out how many hours are on there, and they didn't tell us that. But without being a mathematical genius, we can figure this out pretty easy. If we put $153 of labor in, and each one cost us $17, that's 9 hours. And again, with any of these problems, label everything, because sometimes the numbers are so close it's just really, really easy to make a mistake. So, look at that. They want us to figure out the labor cost. They give us that, $153. They give us the labor rate of 17. And keep in mind, we're looking at the wage rate, not the overhead rate. If you don't label it, it's real easy to pick the wrong one. So we have a total of 9 hours. We figured that out. Okay, now they tell us, they flat out tell us the direct materials was $231. And they tell us the direct labor was $153. All we have to do is figure out the manufacturing overhead cost, and that's the $14 per hour times the $9. That's $126. That's overhead. That's direct labor. That's direct material. Yep, I label everything. So our total manufacturing cost for job, what was this, A500, was $510. Further, they tell us that the job consisted of 40 units, and they want to know how much each unit cost. This is a fairly common problem. This comes up all the time. So we'll take the total labor cost for the job, which was $510. Total for A500. We'll divide by the number of units. And when we do that, we come up with $12.75 per unit. Again, as is so true of most accounting, the difficult part is wading through the accounting babble, making sure you grab the right numbers. Once you do that, the math is pretty straightforward.